Hey, everyone. So we'll be having our big conference for Good Works for 5 o'clock. So before we start, may I request the Arianas of this please.
Let's pray in the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. The we wishes we Father, we appreciate the deacon for the best love, for the good gospel. These people pray for God, the protection, but especially for our loved ones, that forgive us our trespasses of God, and we need to bless us, guide us this afternoon for our big conference for civil works. This we ask this, so we pray in the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
May I request the Lost Riot, so Kalapong to be better.
Today's present for the pre-bid conference for batch 12 for following. Kay Angelos Maskilan, back chairperson. Gloria Samanodi, back regular member. Dayan Ted A. Tamayo, back provisional member. Jody Galang, representative of Office Concerns. Rona Di Maniba, assistant head back to the chief. Maria Teresa Barroso, head back secretariat. At then Makalangkong, NACAP, representative. Noel Tayuto, back to the chief. Individual Makalangkong, back secretariat. Anissa Aguero, back secretariat. President Jimenez Jennifer of Bigdilaw Construction. Lopez Eddie of Bigdilaw Construction. Analisa Pulmones, back secretariat. Alan Leia of Sembre Construction. Richard Willow of CN Third Grade. Mario Concepcion, back PWC. Chelo Torres, back secretariat. Maria Princess Parlaman and back secretariat. Julia Rose Soilo of CN Third Grade. And Arianos Leonardo Jr. back PWG and Felix Mandani, back PWG. That's all, Mr. Person.
Thank you very much, Kalapong. So states for the back, present for this on the 30s. Thank you guys for the process. So, for we proceed, we have a person of the 2022, which is the Board of Mission Office. We also invited Mr. Adnan Simakalangkong, Binaka-Perspective. We also invited Mr. Gus Lagman, representative of the Philippines. Honorable Silway, the Honorable Polomolok, G. Pacquiao, the City Mayor of the City. Ronald Morales, the District Representative of the District of Santos City, the Municipal Mayor of Tampakan. Also invited Honorable Mayor Samaro, the Municipal Mayor of Cotabato. We also invited Honorable Bernie Valencia, the Municipal Mayor of Polomolok, Santos, the School Division Superintendent, Department of Education. And also we have in the Zoom, we have
Joel Hamon.
Mr. Richard Hamon of the Belgian. So for the agenda this afternoon, so first we'll be having the presentation or the explanation by the back of the following. So first, the basic contract data, including the contract description, the agency and the duration. Next, the requirement of bidding documents, including instructions to bidders, non-condition of contract, special condition of contract, specifications, drawings, policies, and forms. Then we'll have the documents to be submitted by the bidder. So first, we have the technical component of bid, and followed by the financial component of bid. Then the criteria and procedure for bidding. Next, finally, examination of bids to the basic bids, and post qualification and award. Then followed by the questions or comments from the bidders and the price of the back and currently. Then the other matters followed with the summary proceedings. And for us to have an order during the question and answer portion for the participating contractors, kindly identify yourself, please state your name, the company that you're representing, and your position in the company. Okay. So now may I request the Engineer Lianas to present the basic project data. For our training projects. The lots. Posted on a.
So good afternoon, everyone. We proceed, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, yes.
So for the ID number 270010, construction of Revetment along Silway, Boulevard, Santos City, South Cotabato. An approved budget for the contract of 78,592,485 pesos. Then we have also a duration of 210 calendar days. So we have the aerial photos as presentation for our first project. So the beginning and end of the project. Then summary of quantities. The general plan. Then the typical fill and slot section. Then detail of COVID equipment. Safety signages. Bulletin board. Detail and list of papers and list of equipment to the particular project. And for the next project, the contract ID number of 25MB00107. Construction of multi-purpose building, record at Purok Masikap, Barangay.
Mr. Chair, for Engineer Leo Jose, may I go back to the first project? May I see the scope of work for the summary quantities? I would like to inform the prospective visitors that we have facilities for the engineer here. We have the provision the field office for the engineering for the engineers, which rental business, and we have also a provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer. For the inputs in their okay. Taking around certain.
Mark? Can you wait for City Area?
The next project, contract ID number of 25MB00107. Construction of multi-purpose building, Masikap, Poblacion. Lumlok South Cotabato, the budget of the contract of 4,950,000 pesos. Calendar days, 105 calendar days. You have the aerial photos for vicinity map. The site development plan. Floor plan. The safety signages and barricades layout and project bulletin board. Supports construction of cover court 20 by 30 meters, total floor area 600 square meter. Existing slab 30 meters by 30 meters. Floor topping, complete masonry works, the footing, tiling in column. Complete painting works, masonry and steel. Complete trusses and roofing works with flashing and gutter. Complete electrical works with complete features, one layer. And you have the summary of quantities. And list of papers and list of equipment particular project. The next project, the contract ID number.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I go back to the plan, the elevation, no, so that we can check the embankment. No? So anong type of elevation natin from the ground? Ano ba tayong
Wala.
ano? So on field lang. And saan ba ito?
As Mr.
Masikap po sa Poblacion.
So, I hope na consider ninyo sa estimate. Because, baka kasi, ulit po ang ating mga tatlo. So, please, check also on the ground, no? Yung mga prospective bidders natin, hindi naman sila, nakuha na hindi nila punta yung site. Now, kung mas maganda siguro kung makita niyo yung site so that you can estimate yung volume. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dean.
Next project, ang ID number of 25 MB 0109. Construction of multi-purpose building, covered court at Barangay, Cannery site, Polomolok South, Cotabato. An approved budget for the contract of 4,950,000 pesos, calendar days, only 5 calendar days. And we have the real photo shots for project to be vicinity plan. Then site development plan, the floor plan, and the scope of works, removal and replacement of existing slab cover court by footing excavation, cutting of individual trees, removal of existing bench, construction of cover court with bleachers on one side, installation of columns on footings and tie beams, ring type roofing with raised rolls, painting works, steel, complete trusses works, floor tapping with wall hang and electrical boards. The summary of quantities and list of a personal and list of equipment to the particular project. For the next project, the contract ID number of 25 in the 0110.
Mr. Chair again, for the info for the projected bidders. Take note here that there is the individual cutting of trees, no? Just program yan na mayroon tayong individual cutting of trees. So, basta wala tayong permit, bawal magputol. So, kahit na yung mga barangay, ang puputol, i-prevent natin huwag putulin sa substance at mayroon tayong permits. In the case of the Santos City, wala na kaming permits na na-issue. So, hindi na kami nagkakat ng interest dito sa permits. Kaya ito is topic ako. Kailangan ito. Basta may permit ko tayo. Import lang yun natin because we will see each other in the construction of the price. Thank you, Mr. Chen.
Meron din yung Julianos.
For contract ID number 25 MB 0110. Name of contact location, structural contact of building, cover court, Barangay, Polomolok South, Cotabato. Scope of works, construction contact of building, cover court. Approved budget for the contract, 4,950,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. The contract duration of 105 calendar days, license category C and D, A, B, AA and AAA for license classification size range, small b, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have a citation for this project. The location map, the perspective, site development plan, floor plan, the scope of work, construction of covered court 20 meters by 30 meters with 100 mm thick slab, with howling, with electrical works, and with storm drainage. So summary of quantities. Have also the list of personnel and list of equipment needed in particular projects. For the next project, the contract ID number of 25 MB 0111. Name of contract indication, construction of multi-purpose building at Upper Klinan Elementary School, Barangay Upper Klinan, Polomolok South, Cotabato. Scope of works, construction of multi-purpose building. Full budget for the contract, 4,050,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. So calculation with 5 calendar days. Pickup license category, C and D, B, A, AA, and AAA for license classification size range. Small B, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have presentation for the perspective. The location map, the site development plan, the floor plan, the scope of work, construction of cover court 20 meters by 30, along footings and tidings. Total floor area 600 square meter. Existing slab 9 meters by 80 meters. New slab 20 meters by 30 meters. Complete painting steel works, trusses and slab. Roofing works, pre-painted roof type, long span. Complete trusses of works 1.2 meters eaves. With hanging basketball goals. Complete electrical works, site validation. Then the summary of quantities. Then list of paid personnel, list of equipment into that particular project. For next project, the contract ID number of 25MD0112. Name and contract indication, construction of multi-purpose building, Gymnasium at Santos Elementary School, Group 2, Barangay Poblacion, Tupi, South Cotabato. Scope of works, construction of 1-story 2 classroom school building. Approved budget for the contract, 4,950,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. Contract duration, 105 calendar days. ICAB license category, C and D, B, A, AA, and AAA. For license classification size range, small b, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have the presentation for the perspective, the location map, the site development plan, the floor plan, the safety signages and barricades layout, including bulletin board layout. Scope of works, construction of cover courts 16 meters by 30 meters. Total floor area 408 square meter, existing slab 16 meters by 30 meters. With electrical works and with storm drainage. We have also the presentation for the summary of quantities. The list of paid personnel and list of equipment to the particular project. For the next project, the contract ID number of 25MD0113. Name of contract and location, completion of multi-purpose building, Labangal National High School, Barangay Labangal, Santos City, South Cotabato. Scope of works, construction of multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract, 4,950,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. Calculation within 5 calendar days. Pickup license category, C and D, BA, AA, and AAA. For license classification size range, with small b, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have the presentation for the perspective, the facility plan, site development plan, the floor plan, scope of works, remove and replace existing stage with comfort rooms, floor tapping with floor hardener, facade roofing, painting works, steel and concrete, repair of existing seaters, Watson facilities. So we have presentation for the summary of quantities. And list of paid personnel and list of equipment into the particular part. For the next project, the contract ID number of 25MD0114. Name of contract location, completion of multi-purpose building with facilities, prosecutor office building. Barangay Labangal, Santos City. Scope of work, construction of multi-purpose building. Full budget for the contract, 4,000,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. So calculation, 75 calendar days. Legal license category, CNT, BA, double A, and triple A. License, classification, size range, small b, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have the perspective for the existing building. The vicinity map, site development plan, the floor plan for third and scope of work. Remove and replace existing electrical wiring and fixtures, leading of electrical service trans. Installation of new panel boards for additional air conditioning, elevator, and preparation for fourth floor electrical. Installation phase failure genset starter. We will replace existing ceiling in assistant city secretary office. Layout of second floor pantry toilet plumbing. Repaint new ceiling. Installation of elevator 1,950 kilograms. Elevator facade enclosure 150 CHP. And plaster finish with semi-gloss paint finish. So we have the presentation with summary of quantities. In the list of paid personnel and list of equipment into the particular project. And for the next project, upon the ID number of 25 MB 0115. Name and contract location, construction of multi-purpose building in Labangal Elementary School, Barangay Labangal, Santos. Two courts, construction of one-story 4 classrooms, school building. Approved budget for the contract, 9,900,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos. Contract duration, 105 calendar days. Each club license categories, C and D, B, A, A, and AAA. Specification size range, small b, medium A, medium B, large A, large B. We have the presentation for the perspective, the vicinity map, site development plan, scope of works, construction of one school building, removal of existing classroom, partial, complete class works, complete plumbing works, 4 toilets, 2 hand washing area, tile works at toilet, installation of doors and windows with steel window blades, HB works with plain cement plaster finish, painting works, installation of Tupi ramp. So we have the summary of quantities, the project billboard and safety signages, and list of key personnel and list of equipment in the particular project. The next project, upon the ID number of 25 MB 0118, name of contract invitation, construction of multi-purpose building, amphitheater at Mindanao State University, Gymnasium City, Campus Fatima, Gymnasium City South, Cotabato. Scope of works, construction of multi-purpose building, approved budget for the contract, 2,960,000 pesos. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. Contract durations, 20 calendar days. Club license category, C and D, B, A, AA, and AAA. For license classification size range, small b, medium A, medium B, large A, and large B. We have the perspective, the vicinity plan, site development plan, floor plan, scope of work, construction of amphitheater with stage, columns, footings, and tilings, and type 2 with walls, steel painting works, all metal works, masonry painting works, complete process works, complete electrical work. Summary of quantities. Safety signages and barricades and more details. The list of key personnel and list equipment into the particular project. For the next project, a contract ID number of 25 MB 0121. Name of contract and location, construction photo system, Barangay Gymnasium, Tupi, South, Cotabato. Scope of works, construction photo size system. Full budget for the contract, 4,150,000 pesos, of the tokens, 5,000 pesos. Contract duration, 105 calendar days. Income license category, DPWH, for license classification signage, small B, medium A, medium B, large A, large B. We have the perspective and water distribution line, the plan, the mechanical detail, the circuit diagram. So scope of works, construction of elevated concrete tank, waterproofing and cleaning. Construction of pump house or serviceable pumps and motor station of water distribution pipeline with fittings, 65 nine. 1,100 meters, the distribution of pipe and 1 unit top stand. So and these okay personal release equipment needed in a particular project.
Tayo mo USB. USB ni mo.
Okay lang. So let us proceed to the last project with a contract ID number of 82MB142. The name of contract and location, construction of main water collectors is in verified. Okay, that's it, sorry. Maybe the contract and construction of main water collection system. Aspang High School, Barangay Santos, Santos City. Second location is Baway National High School, Barangay Baway, Santos City. The third location is Barangay Silway, South Cotabato. Fourth location, Purok Tupi, Barangay Lamang, Polomolok, South Cotabato. The fifth location, North Elementary School, Cebuano, Tupi, South Cotabato. Sixth location, Cebuano Elementary School, Barangay Cebuano, Tupi, South Cotabato. Seventh location, Barangay Pupos, Pampakan, South Cotabato. Number 8 location, Pablo Elementary School, Criado, Labangal Extension, City of Abano, Barangay Cabdo, Pampakan, South Cotabato. The scope of work, construction of clean water collection system. The approved budget for the contract. So first, the Aspang High School, Barangay Santos, City, 289,421.16. And next is the Baway National High School, Barangay Bawi, Santos City. An approved budget for the contract of 350,467.69 centavos. For the third project, the Barangay Silway 7, Polomolok South Cotabato, an approved budget contract of 301,829.58 centavos. For the fourth project, an ABC of 300,000 pesos and 58 centavos. And for the fifth project, fifth location, the local elementary school, we have an ABC of 304,722 pesos and 79 centavos. For the sixth location, the Cebuano Elementary School, with ABC of 304,547 pesos and 40 centavos. And for the seventh project, the Barangay Buto, Apakan South Cotabato, we have ABC of 300,237.49 centavos. For the eighth project, eighth location, the Pablo Elementary School, Tuliado, Labanero. We had an ABC of 497,653 pesos and 31 centavos. We have overall ABC of 2,605,500 pesos. Cost of billing documents, 5,000 pesos. Operation, 105 calendar days. Pickup license category, CND, BA, AA, Triple A. For license classification, size range, small B, medium A, medium B, large A, large B. We have the explanation for the perspective and the floor plan and elevation. And stainless steel horizontal ring up details and the gutter details. Including the notes, bago sa release of beneficiary. The scope of work, installation of stainless tank 4,000 liters, installation of PVC downspout, installation of pre-painted gutter, installation of complete form for tank and stand, installation of metal fascia and painting of steel. Summary of quantities, every project. And these are paid personnel and these equipment into that particular project. So, Mr. Chairman.
So for the program for different projects. For the participating leaders, we have various questions on the presentation. Ask questions.
Ano?
For contract ID number 25 NP 010010. For the major categories of work. For the major categories of work, the contract will be procured. But control construction, sub protection is structural measures. Revetment retaining structures, wireless similar work, major categories of work, it roads, construction, sub protection using structural measures. Flood control, hydraulics, river control, ports, harbors, harbors, causeway, and flood control hydraulics dam. For 25 MB,
PB lang.
For MPBs 25 MB 107, 25 MB 0109, 25 MB 0110, 25 MB 0111, 25 MB 0112, 25 MB 0113, 25 MB 0114, 25 MB 0115, 25 MB 0118, and 25 MB 0132. The major categories of work of the contract to be procured as low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories with a similar major categories of work, building construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame cast in place, piles, buildings construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame cast in place, piles, buildings construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, driven piles, buildings construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, driven piles, buildings construction without piles, high-rise buildings, industrial plant, low-rise buildings, industrial plant, high-rise buildings, industrial plant, medium rise. For 25 MB 0121, the major categories of work of the contract to be procured, water supply level 2 and 3, construction pipe water with communal private water point. Similar major categories of work is flood control, construction, drainage, roads, open, hydraulics, water supply. And for 25 MB
4-2.
0142, major categories of work of the contract to be procured is water supply level 1, construction, shallow wells, rainwater collectors. With similar major work categories of work, construction type of water with communal private water point and flood control hydraulics water supply. Performance Mr. Chair.
So for our participating of the authors, waiting questions or clarification, please presented from some data for the questions. The Zoom as a YouTube card.
Mm. Wala sa chat.
Okay, so since there being none, may I request the box secretariat to continue reading the content of the activity, please.
Prospective bidders should be registered, bid and classified by the Philippine Constructors Accreditation Board. With of license category. The description of eligible bidders contained in the bidding documents, particularly in section of construction. Contractors, applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH civil works application at the DPWH procurement service, floor, DPWH building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila. While those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractors eligibility bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH contractor profile process and subject to further cost qualification. Information on registration can be obtained from the PRS during working weekdays from 7 AM to 4 PM or at the DPWH website, www.dpwh.gov.ph. Bidding will be conducted through open public bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass or fail criteria. As specified in 2016 revised applicable rules and regulations of Republic Act number 9184. The contract shall be awarded to the lowest motivated responsive bidder who was determined as such during cost qualification. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH also the first DEO expected bidding documents at the address given below during weekdays from 8 AM to 5 PM. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired with interested bidders on July 17, 2025 from the given address or websites and upon payment of the fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the DPWH. In the amount stated above, the procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present is proof of payment for the fees in person or through electronic means that later. The DPWH talked about first DEO with conference on July 24, 2025, 1:30 PM conference room. Second floor, DPWH talked about first DEO in the street, Barangay, and video conferencing, webcasting via YouTube live stream. DPWH talked about the first DEO Procurement LS, which shall be open to prospective bidders. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the PDS. Bids must be duly received by Bank Secretariat at the address below for manual submission or at electronic bids _ South Cotabato 1 at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before August 5, 2025, 10 AM. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a fixed security and any of the acceptable amounts and in the amount stated and ITP cost will be. Bid opening shall be on August 5, 2025, 10 AM at conference room, second floor, DPWH South Cotabato First DEO, Linder Street, Barangay, Santos City, and through video conferencing, webcasting via YouTube live streaming. DPWH South Cotabato First DEO, Procurement LS. Bids will be opened in the presence of bidders or subscribers who choose to attend the activity. The DPWH South Cotabato First DEO reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Maria Teresa Arboroso MPA, Directory Head of Procurement Unit. Procurement Unit Office, second floor, the base south of the first Middle Street, Barangay, Santos City. Or at Barroso Maria _Teresa at dpwh.gov.ph. You may visit the following websites for downloading bidding documents. We have DPWHs and www.dpwh.gov.ph. For online electronic bid submission, submit at electronic bids _ South Cotabato 1 at dpwh.gov.ph. Signed, Lay Angelos Escondida, Bank Chairperson.
So, begins pa lang ako. By the way, for information of everybody, we are going to issue the supplemental bulletin for some of the contract ID. And we are going to issue a bill of quantities. First, na issue one is no. 09. So itong 10, actually itong requirement is 110, we have already issued the bulletin for first agent like that. And so now we are going to issue a big for 5S2 5MD 0110, 5MD 0111, 5MD 0113, and 25MD 0118. And we are going to issue the bill of quantities for this project. Any more information from the bank numbers or verification? Maya?
Mr. Chair, I would like to remind the prospective bidders to review the bidding kasi. Because lahat na nandun. So, pakibilang ninyo Then any clarification before the meeting dapat paano sa amin so that we can give the exact information on it. So anyway, yung mga observation na noted naman ni Chairman as image yun. So for this before the opening dapat makikita tayo. As it is, I think. Ready this. So, baka meron pa kayong mapansin na feel free to ask yes. Ang yung lang another one is the requirement of the DEO. So for building and at saka pages. So wala tayong reason. So building lang. So, yun, ang kita to that, the requirements ng accredited project iba siya. So, naman sa business pa rin. Review natin yung business. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Bigyan ka lang. So, di ba ako tayo?
DEO, like months. Ako remember, makibasa lang ko eh. Kasi, na-implement na po yan ang office.
Thank you, Sir Balasan. So, since there being that, so what's the pleasure of
Mr. Chair, I move for the adjournment for this conference.
So request mo by Mayor Gala that please private conference for civil works. We are trying to discuss it pa tayo. So this conference is